The HOA president is trying to have my wife's car towed into her garage. Let that sink in. 7 a.m. Margaret storms across the street in her electric pink power suit. She's screaming. Spit flying everywhere. That thing is a violation. I'm having it removed in 48 hours. She's pointing at my wife's new Porsche. Candy pink. Factory color. Porsche official. My wife is a nurse. She saved for 5 years. 10 years of night shifts and double overtime. This was her reward. Her dream. Margaret doesn't care. She wants it gone. Wants it towed. Wants it destroyed. But here's what Margaret doesn't know yet. I'm about to discover she's been running a real estate scam through the HOA for 10 years. 6 properties stolen. All from families she terrorized and destroyed. Mine would be number 7. Watch until the end to see how we exposed everything. Comment below where you're watching from right now. I need to see how far this story reaches. I'm standing in my driveway at 7 in the morning. Coffee in one hand. Keys in the other. The air smells like pine and lake water. Mountains green in the distance. Perfect morning. Then I hear her voice. Margaret. Screaming. I turn around, and she's already halfway across the street. Hot pink pantsuit. Blazer and trousers matching. Power suit. She's holding that binder. That goddamn binder. Her face is red. Neck veins bulging. She's pointing at my wife's car. The Porsche. Candy pink. Gleaming in the morning sun. Sarah just bought it 3 days ago. Her dream car. 5 years of saving. 5 years of double shifts at the hospital. Night shifts. Holidays. Overtime. All for this moment. Margaret's 3 feet from my face now. That thing needs to go, she screams. Spit hits my cheek. My coffee mug freezes halfway to my mouth. Excuse me. Section 7, subsection C. She's flipping through the binder. Stabbing her finger at a page. No vehicles that disrupt neighborhood aesthetics. I blink. It's just a car, Margaret. Just. Her voice cracks. That monstrosity is a violation of community standards. You have 48 hours to remove it, or I'm having it towed. My stomach tightens. You can't just. I can. I will. It's already in motion. I look past her. Neighbors' curtains are moving. Everyone's watching. Nobody's coming outside. They're all scared of her. The front door opens behind me. Sarah. My wife. She's in her scrubs. About to leave for her shift. She heard everything. Her face goes pale. Margaret sees her. Smiles. Actually smiles. Morning, Sarah. Lovely car. Shame about the color. Sarah's eyes fill with tears. Not sad tears. Shocked tears. Hurt tears. Margaret turns on her designer heels. Starts walking away. But she stops. Looks back over her shoulder. Oh, and David? Your oak tree in the backyard? 6 inches over the property line. That's another violation. I'm billing you $500 for assessment and remediation. She walks away. Pantsuit swishing. Binder under her arm. Confident. Victorious. Sarah's hand finds mine. She's shaking. David, I know. I just wanted something nice. Something that was mine. I know, baby. Why is she doing this? I don't have an answer. Not yet. But I'm about to find out. I watch Margaret disappear into her house across the street. Her house. Perfect lawn. Perfect flowers. Perfect everything. She's been HOA president for 6 years. We've lived here for 6 months. 6 months of hell. Our grass was too long. Our mailbox was the wrong shade of black. Our welcome mat had unapproved colors. Every week, a new violation. Every week, a new fine. $50 here. $100 there. We paid them all. What choice did we have? But this is different. This isn't about rules. This is about breaking my wife. Sarah pulls her hand away. Wipes her eyes. I have to go to work. Sarah, I'm fine. I'm late. She walks to the Porsche. Her pink Porsche. Gets in. Sits there for a moment. Hands on the steering wheel. Then she starts crying. Really crying. Shoulders shaking. I move toward the car, but she holds up her hand. Stop. She starts the engine. Backs out. Drives away. I stand there in my driveway. Morning sun getting warmer. Lake breeze carrying the scent of water and pine. Beautiful day. Except it's not. I look at Margaret's house. She's at the window. Watching me. When our eyes meet, she doesn't look away. Just keeps staring. Then she closes the curtain. My phone buzzes. Text from Tom. Our neighbor 2 houses down. Dude. Check your mailbox. She sent letters to everyone. I walk to the mailbox. Green grass wet with dew. Birds singing. Like nothing's wrong. I open the mailbox. There's a letter. HOA letterhead. Margaret's signature at the bottom. I read it. Then I read it again. My hands start shaking. Not from fear. From rage. Because Margaret just made a mistake. A big one. She thinks she's won. She has no idea what's about to happen. Let me tell you how we got here. My name is David Anderson. Software engineer. Work from home. My wife Sarah is a nurse. ICU. We bought this house 8 months ago. Lake Haven Drive. Greenery everywhere. Mountains behind us. Lake in front. Community dock. Paradise. American dream. That's what the listing said. That's what we believed. Margaret moved in across from us 2 years before we arrived. Became HOA president immediately. Nobody ran against her. Nobody wanted the job. The previous owners warned us. Jim and Rachel. Nice couple. Retired teachers. She's particular, Jim said during the walkthrough. He wouldn't make eye contact. Just follow the rules, Rachel added. Makes life easier. I laughed it off. How bad could one HOA president be? First week, Margaret knocked on our door. Sunday afternoon. We were unpacking boxes. She didn't say hello. Didn't say welcome. Just handed me a binder. 47 pages. Study it, she said. Her pantsuit was blush pink that day. Pastel pink. Softer color. Same hard eyes. I flipped through the pages. Rules about grass height. Mailbox colors. Fence materials. Garbage can placement. Window covering opacity. Holiday decoration time frames. Paint color pre-approval processes. It was insane. This is a lot, I said. This is Lake Haven, Margaret replied. We maintain standards here. Then she left. No welcome casserole. No neighborhood introduction. Just rules. The violations started immediately. Day 3, a notice on our door. Welcome mat was non-compliant. Wrong colors. Earth tones only. $50 fine. Day 7, another notice. Porch light, too bright. Disturbing nighttime ambience. $75 fine. Day 10, Margaret was in our yard. With a ruler. Measuring our grass. 3.5 inches, she said. Maximum allowed is 3 inches. That's a violation. Sarah came outside. You're measuring our grass? I measure everyone's grass. Fairness requires consistency. She took photos. Everything went into the binder. That damn binder. We learned quickly. Other neighbors warned us. Tom knocked on our door one night. Just do what she says, he whispered. Trust me. It's not worth fighting. She can't actually enforce all this, can she? Tom's face went dark. She can. She does. She will. He told us about the Johnsons. Had a boat. Margaret said it violated aesthetic standards. Harassment lasted 8 months. Fines. Violations. Constant pressure. They sold their house. Moved to another state. Margaret bought their property through an LLC. Rented it out. She does this, Tom said. Picks targets. Breaks them. Takes their homes. I didn't believe him. Not completely. Not until now. We tried to comply. Kept our grass exactly 3 inches. Changed our welcome mat. Dimmed our porch light. Paid every fine. But Margaret always found something. Our garden gnome was kitsch. Our wind chime was noise pollution. Our car was parked 3 inches over the driveway edge. Every week. Something new. Sarah started getting anxious. Checking the door every morning for violation notices. Measuring the grass herself. Taking photos to document compliance. It was psychological warfare. And Margaret was winning. Then Sarah got promoted. Head ICU nurse. 20% raise. After 10 years of brutal shifts. She cried when she got the news. Happy tears. Real joy. I want to buy something, she said that night. Something just for me. Like what? A Porsche. Pink. I've always wanted one. I smiled. Then buy it. 3 days later, she drove it home. Candy pink. Factory color. Official Porsche option. Beautiful. She cried again. Different tears. Pride. Achievement. Happiness. We stood in the driveway. Sunset over the mountains. Lake water reflecting orange and purple. Perfect moment. I saw Margaret watching from her window. Saw her face. That expression. Not anger. Something worse. Calculation. Planning. The next morning, she attacked. And now we're here. War. Margaret's 48-hour deadline is ticking. I'm in my home office. Second floor. Window overlooking the street. Supposed to be working. Can't focus. My laptop screen is open. Code on the display. Haven't typed a word in an hour. I keep looking outside. The Porsche sits in our driveway. Pink and perfect. Sunlight dancing off the hood. Every time I look at it, my chest tightens. My phone buzzes. Tom, check your mailbox. She sent letters to everyone. I close my laptop. Head downstairs. Out the front door. The morning is warm now. Green grass still damp. Mountains sharp against blue sky. Lake sparkling in the distance. Perfect American postcard. Except nothing's perfect here. I open the mailbox. White envelope. HOA letterhead. Expensive paper. Professional printing. I tear it open. Dear homeowners, we must maintain our community standards to preserve property values and neighborhood harmony. Recent violations include unsightly vehicle colors that diminish our aesthetic appeal and negatively impact home valuations. Please support necessary enforcement actions. Your cooperation is appreciated and expected. Margaret Collins, HOA President. She's building a case, creating a paper trail, making this official. My phone rings. Tom again. I answer. You read it? He asks. Yeah. She sent these to every house on the street. Hand-delivered some herself. What's she saying? That your car is hurting property values. That she needs support for enforcement. David, she's going door to door. Showing photos. Building consensus. I feel my jaw clench. Anyone agreeing with her? Silence. Tom, some people are. The ones who depend on her. Board members. People with past violations she could resurrect. She knows how to apply pressure. I hang up. Call Sarah. She answers on the second ring. Hospital sounds in the background. Beeping machines. Voices. David? What's wrong? She sent letters to the whole neighborhood, turning everyone against us. Sarah goes quiet. I can hear her breathing. Sarah? I'm not getting rid of my car. Her voice is steel. I earned it. I deserve it. I'm not letting her take this from me. I know. We'll figure this out. How? She has the board. She has the rules. She has time. What do we have? I don't know yet. But I'll find something. We hang up. I'm standing in my front yard, staring at Margaret's house. Her curtains are closed. But I know she's there. Watching. Planning. Always planning. I go inside. Start researching. HOA law. Property rights. Enforcement limitations. Legal precedents. 3 hours pass. My eyes burn. My head pounds. There has to be something. A loophole. A weakness. A way to fight back. My phone rings. Unknown number. I almost don't answer. But something makes me. Hello. Mr. Anderson? Male voice. Young. Nervous. This is Lakeside Towing. We have an order to impound a vehicle at your address. 2024 Porsche 911. Pink. We'll be there in 20 minutes. My blood goes cold. Who authorized this? The HOA. Margaret Collins. She sent the paperwork this morning. You can't just. Sir, we have authorization. If you interfere, we'll call the police. He hangs up. 20 minutes. I text Sarah. Tow truck coming. Now. She responds immediately. On my way. She's 30 minutes away. The truck will be here first. I grab my keys. My phone. Run outside. The street is empty. Quiet. Too quiet. Then I hear it. Diesel engine. Growing louder. I look left. Tow truck. White and orange. Rolling slow down our street. Margaret's front door opens. She steps out. Arms crossed. That's Cerie's pantsuit. Electric pink. Celebration colors. She's smiling. The truck stops in front of my house. Driver gets out. Young guy. Maybe 25. Clipboard in hand. He won't make eye contact. Sir, I have an order. That order is illegal, I say. My voice is steady. Hands shaking, but voice steady. You need a court order to impound from private property. Not an HOA demand. The driver looks confused. Looks at Margaret. She crosses the street. Heels clicking on asphalt. The HOA has full authority, she says. Section 12 allows immediate removal of violations that impact community standards. I pull out my phone. Show the driver a screenshot. I did my homework. You need legal authorization. Court order. Not an HOA letter. You proceed without that. It's theft. I'll call the police and press charges. The driver shifts his weight. Looks at his clipboard. Looks at the Porsche. Looks at Margaret. I need to call my supervisor. He walks away. Phone to his ear. Margaret and I stand there. 10 feet apart. Staring. You're making this worse, David. You're harassing us, Margaret. I'm enforcing rules. You're abusing power. Her smile vanishes. Just move the car. Store it somewhere else. This doesn't have to be difficult. It's my wife's car. On our property. There is no violation. There absolutely is. Pink is a factory color. Porsche offers it officially. Your rules say no excessive modifications. Paint isn't a modification. Her face flushes. Matches her pantsuit. The driver walks back. Ma'am, My supervisor says we need proper legal authorization, not just an HOA request. Margaret's jaw tightens. I'll have proper authorization by tomorrow. Then come back tomorrow, I say. The driver gets in his truck, starts the engine, drives away. Margaret doesn't move, just stares at me. This isn't over. I know. She walks back to her house. Door slams. I'm standing alone in my driveway. Heart pounding. Hands still shaking. I won this round. But Margaret's right. This isn't over. It's just beginning. 2 days pass. Quiet days. Too quiet. Sarah goes to work. I work from home. We don't talk about Margaret. Don't talk about the car. The tension sits between us like a living thing. I'm at my desk. Window open. Fresh mountain air. Lake breeze carrying pine scent. Then I hear voices outside. I move to the window. Stay back from the curtain. Margaret's on her front lawn. 5 other people with her. I recognize them all. Board members. She's holding her binder. Showing them pages. Photos. They're nodding. Taking notes. Writing things down. This is a meeting. An ambush meeting. My phone buzzes. Tom. Emergency board meeting tonight. 7 p.m. Community center. They're voting on new restrictions. My stomach drops. What restrictions? Vehicle color amendments. Making certain colors specifically prohibited. Retroactive enforcement. They can't do that. They're going to try. I call Sarah immediately. She's on break. I hear the exhaustion in her voice. They're changing the rules to target us specifically, I tell her. She's quiet for a long moment. Maybe we should just sell it, David. What? The car. Maybe we should just sell it. This is too much. The stress. The fighting. I can't sleep. I can't focus at work. Maybe it's not worth it. No. David. No. She's targeting you. Punishing you for being happy. For having something nice. For succeeding. We don't surrender to bullies. Then what do? We go to that meeting. We fight. Silence. Then, okay. We hang up. I spend the afternoon researching. HOA bylaws. Amendment procedures. Voting requirements. Retroactive enforcement legality. I make notes. Print documents. Build a case. But I know the board. They're Margaret's people. Her friends. Her supporters. They vote however she tells them to. We're outnumbered. Outgunned. Then I remember something. The previous owners. Jim and Rachel. They warned us about Margaret. Said she ran them out. What if they know something? What if there's a history? I start searching. County property records. Court filings. Lawsuit databases. Public records. It takes an hour. Then I find it. Margaret Collins. Defendant. Civil suit. Filed 3 years ago. Plaintiffs. James and Rachel Morrison. Our house's previous owners. The case was settled. Sealed. But the initial complaint is public record. I read it. Then read it again. My hands start shaking. Harassment, intimidation, systematic abuse of HOA authority, intentional infliction of emotional distress. I keep searching. More cases. For others. Different neighbors. Different years. All against Margaret. All settled. All sealed. She's been doing this for a decade. Targeting homeowners. Breaking them. Forcing them out. I check property records. Cross-reference the names. Every single plaintiff sold their house. Within a year of filing. And Margaret bought them. Not in her name. Through an LLC. Lakeview Properties, Inc. She owns 6 homes in this community now. 6. All from former problem residents. Our house is on the lake. Prime location. Worth $800,000. Probably $200,000 more than we paid. She doesn't just want the car gone. She wants our house. My phone rings. Tom. Meeting's been moved up. Starting in 1 hour. She knows you're digging into something. I look at the clock. 6 p.m. How does she know? She has people everywhere, man. Be careful. I print everything. Property records. Lawsuit summaries. Her LLC documents. Stuff it all in a folder. Sarah gets home. She's still in scrubs. Came straight from the hospital. Her face is exhausted. You ready? I ask. She looks at the folder. What's that? Evidence. Margaret's been doing this for years. Targeting people. Stealing their homes. Sarah's eyes widen. You can prove it? I can show a pattern. It might not be enough. But it's something. She changes clothes quickly. Professional attire. Slacks and blouse. We get in the car. Drive to the community center. 3 minutes away. The parking lot is already full. 20 cars. More than usual. Margaret mobilized everyone. We walk inside. The room smells like old coffee. Industrial carpet. Fluorescent lights. folding chairs in rows. Margaret sits at a table in front. For board members beside her, all women, all watching us enter. The room goes quiet. Every head turns. Some faces sympathetic, most scared. Everyone knows what's happening. We sit in the back row. Sarah's hand finds mine. Her palm is sweating. Margaret stands. Sand beige pantsuit today. Taupe blazer. Professional. Authoritative. She clicks a remote. A projector turns on. Image on the wall. It's Sarah's Porsche. Full screen. We're here to discuss community standards, Margaret begins. Her voice is calm, reasonable, dangerous. Vehicles that disrupt visual harmony. We're proposing Amendment 47 to our bylaws. A slide appears. Text. Legal language. Specifically prohibiting non-standard vehicle colors including, but not limited to, hot pink, lime green, chrome wrapping, and other attention-seeking modifications. A board member raises her hand. How do we define non-standard? Margaret smiles. Anything that draws excessive attention. Anything that doesn't blend with neighborhood aesthetics. You understand. She looks directly at us. This amendment will apply to all existing vehicles. 30-day compliance period. Then enforcement begins. I stand up, my folder in hand. I'd like to speak. Margaret doesn't look at me. This isn't a public forum. Board members only. HOA bylaws require owner input on amendments. I say. Did my homework. Section 3, subsection A. You're required to hear us before any vote. Her jaw tightens. She looks at the board. They nod reluctantly. Fine. 2 minutes. I walk to the front. Every eye on me. Heart pounding. Hands shaking. I open my folder. Before you vote, you should know something about your president. I hand copies to each board member. Margaret Collins has been sued 5 times. For HOA abuse. By former residents of this community. All cases were settled because the abuse was real and documented. Gasps in the room. Margaret stands. Face red. That's slander. It's public record. I point to the documents. She targets homeowners. Creates violations. Makes their lives hell. Forces them to sell. Then buys their properties through an LLC. Lakeview Properties Incorporated. She owns 6 homes here now. All from people she drove out. The board members are reading. Faces changing. Confusion. Concern. Anger. Margaret slams her hand on the table. This meeting is over. No, it's not, Sarah says. She's standing now. Voice steady. Strong. You violated your fiduciary duty. You abused your position for personal profit. And we're not leaving until everyone here knows exactly what you are. The room erupts. Margaret's face goes from red to purple. She grabs her binder. Slams it on the table. The sound echoes. Everyone flinches. You have no proof of anything, she shouts. Those cases were dismissed. Settled. They mean nothing. Settled because you paid people to stay quiet, I say. But the pattern is clear. 5 lawsuits. 6 property acquisitions. All former problem owners. All within 18 months of initial violations. Tom stands up from the back. I didn't know he was here. She did it to the Johnsons, he says. They had a boat. She said it violated standards. Fines every week. They sold to her after 8 months. I watched it happen. Another neighbor stands. Older man. White hair. Lives on the corner. The Reeves family. She went after their fence. Said it was 6 inches too tall. They measured. Provided surveys. She didn't care. Kept finding them. They left last year. She bought their house in March. More people standing. One by one. Sharing stories. She threatened to fine me $100 a day over my garden gnome. She measured my driveway crack with a ruler. Demanded I repave the entire thing. She tried to ban my daughter's wheelchair ramp. Said it was an unapproved modification. The room is chaos. Voices overlapping. Years of suppressed anger. Fear. Frustration. All pouring out. Margaret's losing control. The board members are looking at each other. Whispering. Passing the documents back and forth. One of them stands. Older woman. Gray hair. Glasses. Board treasurer. Margaret, she says quietly. Is this true? Did you buy the Johnson property? That's private business. Is it true? Silence. Margaret's hands are shaking. I made legitimate purchases. There's nothing illegal. You used your position to harass people into selling. The treasurer's voice is getting louder. Then bought their homes cheap. That's not legitimate. That's extortion. I want to see the LLC records, another board member says. Financial statements. Property transfer documents. Everything. Margaret grabs her things. Binder. Purse. Keys. You can't. We can, the treasurer says. As board members, we have oversight authority, and we're exercising it right now. I'm calling for an immediate vote, Margaret says. Her voice is desperate. Shrill. All in favor of Amendment 47. Nobody moves. Complete silence. Not even the board members raise their hands. Margaret looks around the room. Betrayed. Furious. Terrified. I said vote. The treasurer stands. Removes her glasses. Margaret, I'm tabling this amendment. Indefinitely. Pending a full investigation into your conduct, your property holdings, and every violation you've issued in the past 3 years. You can't do that. I just did. This meeting is adjourned. The treasurer walks out. Other board members follow. People in the audience start leaving, talking among themselves. Animated. Relieved. Free. Margaret's still standing at the front table. Alone. Her pantsuit wrinkled. Hair disheveled. Makeup smeared. She looks at me. Pure hatred in her eyes. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, she whispers. Then she grabs her things. Storms out. The door slams behind her. Sarah and I stand there. The room is almost empty now. Just a few people lingering. Tom walks over. Puts his hand on my shoulder. You did it, man. You actually did it. It's not over, I say. Maybe not. But you broke her power. Everyone saw it. She can't come back from this. We drive home in silence. Stars out. Mountains dark against the sky. Lake reflecting moonlight. Our street is quiet. Margaret's house is dark. No lights. No movement. We go inside. Sit on the couch. Don't turn on the TV. Just sit there. Sarah leans against me. Do you think she'll stop? I don't know. I'm scared. Me too. We sit there for an hour. Not talking. Just breathing. Finally, Sarah goes upstairs. To bed. I stay on the couch. Can't sleep. I look out the window. Margaret's house. Still dark. But I know she's in there. Planning. Scheming. Cornered animals are the most dangerous. And I just cornered Margaret Collins. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. Text message. You're going to regret this. I delete it. But my hands are shaking. Because I know who sent it. And I know she means it. 3 days pass. Quiet days. No violations. No letters. No Margaret sightings. Her car hasn't moved. Her curtains stay closed. It's like she disappeared. Sarah goes back to work. Normal shifts. She's sleeping better. Smiling more. The Porsche sits in our driveway. Pink and perfect. No threats. No tow trucks. Maybe it's really over. Maybe Margaret gave up. I'm at my desk Wednesday morning. Working on code. Actually productive for the first time in weeks. The window's open. Warm breeze. Lake smell. Pine trees. Then I hear voices outside. I stop typing. Listen. Margaret's voice. I move to the window. Stay back. She's on her front lawn. 5 people with her. The board members. All of them. She's holding her binder. Showing them documents. Photos. They're nodding. Taking notes. This is a meeting. Private meeting. No announcement. No agenda. My phone buzzes. Tom. Dude. Emergency board meeting tonight. 7 p.m. They're voting again. My stomach sinks. Voting on what? New restrictions. Vehicle amendments. Same thing as before. But this time she stacked the meeting. Only board members can attend. No public input. She can't do that. She's doing it. She got 3 board members to agree. That's a quorum. They can vote without everyone else. I hang up. Call Sarah. She's in surgery. Can't answer. I text her. Margaret's planning something. Meeting tonight. Call me. I spend the day researching. HOA meeting requirements. Quorum rules. Voting procedures. There has to be a way to stop this. But the bylaws are clear. Board can hold closed meetings. Board can vote with simple majority. 3 members is enough. Margaret knows what she's doing. Sarah calls at 3 p.m. What's happening? I tell her everything. She goes quiet. So we just lose? I don't know. I'm trying to find something. David, I can't keep doing this. The stress. The fear. Every day wondering what she'll do next. Maybe we should just. Don't say it. Maybe we should just move. The words hit me like a punch. No. Why not? She wins. We leave. We find somewhere else. Start over. Because that's exactly what she wants. That's her pattern. She breaks people. Takes their homes. We're not giving her ours. Sarah sighs. Then what do we do? I don't know yet. But I'll figure something out. We hang up. I'm staring at my computer screen. County records still open. Margaret's LLC information. Property holdings. Tax records. Wait. Tax records. I click deeper. Pull up property tax assessments. Margaret's 6 properties. Cross-reference with market values. Something's wrong. The numbers don't match. Her properties are assessed way too low. I check comparable homes. Similar size. Similar location. Their taxes are double Margaret's. How is that possible? I dig deeper. Find the exemption claims. She's claiming all 6 properties as primary residences. Primary residence. You can only have one. That's the law. 1 primary residence per person. Lower tax rate. Homestead exemption. She's claiming 6. That's tax fraud. Clear. Documented. Illegal. My heart starts racing. I screenshot everything. Property records. Tax assessments. Exemption claims. Comparable properties. The evidence is overwhelming. This isn't just HOA abuse anymore. This is a crime. Federal crime. I save everything. Back it up to cloud storage. Email it to myself. 3 times. Then I do something risky. I create an anonymous email account. Proton mail. Encrypted. Untraceable. I attach all the evidence. Every document. Every screenshot. Every comparison. Subject line. HOA President Margaret Collins. Tax fraud evidence. I send it to the county tax assessor. Click send. Then sit back. Heart pounding. Hands shaking. I just declared war. Real war. 2 hours later, my doorbell rings. I freeze. Look out the window. Margaret's on my porch. Her pantsuit is fuchsia today. Hot pink. Aggressive pink. War colors. She's holding papers. I open the door. Don't step outside. Margaret. David. She smiles. Cold smile. I'm serving you with a lawsuit. Defamation. Slander. Intentional interference with business relationships. $100,000 in damages. She hands me the papers. Legal documents. Official letterhead. Her lawyer's name at the top. You spread lies about me at that meeting. Damaged my reputation. Cost me business opportunities. I'm suing you for everything you have. I take the papers. Don't look at them. Just look at her. See you in court, Margaret. She turns. Walks away. Gets in her car. Drives off. I close the door. Look at the lawsuit. Read it. It's real. Professional. Detailed. We can't afford to defend this. Can't afford a lawyer. Can't afford to lose. But I'm not scared anymore. I'm angry. Because Margaret just made another mistake. She thinks she's won. She has no idea what I just did. The county tax assessor has her evidence now. Investigators will come. Questions will be asked. Records will be audited. And Margaret Collins will fall. I just have to survive long enough to see it. 1 week passes. 7 days of silence. The lawsuit sits on my desk. Mocking me. $100,000. We don't have that kind of money. Can't afford a lawyer. Can't afford to lose. Sarah's not sleeping again. Dark circles under her eyes. She's picking up extra shifts. Trying to save money. Preparing for the worst. I'm in my office. Supposed to be working. Can't focus. The county hasn't responded to my anonymous tip. No investigators. No follow-up. Maybe they ignored it. Maybe Margaret has connections there too. Maybe I'm screwed. My phone buzzes. Tom. County tax investigators are at Margaret's house. Right now? 2 cars. They're taking boxes. My heart stops. Are you sure? I'm watching from my window. They've been there 2 hours. She's outside. Yelling. They're not leaving. I move to my window. Can't see Margaret's house from this angle. But I can see the street. 2 unmarked sedans. Government plates. They're really here. It worked. The tip worked. 2 more days pass. No word from Margaret. No lawsuit updates. Her house stays dark. Her car doesn't move. Then Tom texts again. Emergency board meeting. Tonight. 7 p.m. Special session. No agenda listed. Sarah and I go. Have to know what's happening. The community center is packed. 40 people. More than I've ever seen. The energy is different. Charged. Nervous. Margaret's not here yet. The board sits at the front table. For members. They look exhausted. Uncomfortable. The treasurer stands. Same woman from before. Gray hair. Glasses. She clears her throat. We've received notice from county investigators. Margaret Collins is under investigation for tax fraud. Multiple violations. She's been removed as HOA president. Effective immediately. Pending the outcome of the investigation. The room erupts. Questions. Shouting. Relief. Disbelief. People talking over each other. The treasurer raises her hand. Waits for quiet. Additionally, we're launching an internal review. All violations issued in the past 3 years. Many appear to be inconsistent with actual bylaws. Fabricated. Used as harassment tools. If you've been fined or penalized unjustly, we'll be reaching out. Refunds will be issued where appropriate. A woman in the third row stands. What about her properties? The ones she stole. That's beyond our jurisdiction, the treasurer says. But the county investigation includes her LLC, Lakeview Properties. If fraud is proven, those transactions could be reversed. After the meeting, people swarm us, shaking our hands, thanking us. Tom hugs Sarah. You guys did it. You actually took her down. An older couple approaches. I recognize them from down the street. Thank you, the woman says, tears in her eyes. She fined us $3,000 last year for our daughter's wheelchair ramp. Said it was unapproved. We couldn't afford to fight. We just paid. The husband nods. She's a monster. You're heroes. We drive home. Windows down. Cool night air. Stars overhead. Mountains' dark silhouettes. Sarah's quiet. You okay? I ask. Is it really over? I think so. The lawsuit. She can't afford to pursue it. Not with a criminal investigation. Her lawyer will probably drop her. Sarah exhales. Long breath. Releases tension she's been holding for months. I can't believe we won. We survived. There's a difference. No. She looks at me. We won. We stood up to a bully. We exposed her. We saved other people from what she did to us. That's winning. I pull into our driveway. The Porsche sits there. Pink and perfect. Moonlight on the hood. No threats. No violations. Just a car. Sarah's car. Her reward. Her pride. Untouchable now. We go inside. Fall asleep on the couch. Together. First peaceful sleep in weeks. But at 3 a.m., I wake up. Noise outside. Metal grinding. My stomach drops. No. Not again. I run to the window. Look outside. There's a truck in our driveway. 2 men. They're drilling into Sarah's car. Attaching something. A boot. Metal clamp. Industrial strength. On the wheel. I'm outside in seconds. Bare feet on cold concrete. What the hell are you doing? They look up. Flashlights in my eyes. We have authorization. Vehicle immobilization. Unpaid HOA fines. What fines? Margaret's been removed. There are no fines. One guy shows me papers. Invoice. Margaret's signature. 12 violations. $6,000 total. Due immediately. Your vehicle is being held as collateral. This is illegal. Margaret has no authority. We're just following the work order, sir. They finish. Boot locked on. Industrial. Can't be removed without special tools. Sarah appears in the doorway. Sees her car. The boot. The sticker on the windshield. Property of Lake Haven Hoa. She doesn't cry this time. Doesn't scream. Just stands there. Face blank. Shock. I walk over. Put my arm around her. I'll fix this. The men drive away. Dawn is breaking. Pink and orange sky. Mountains coming into view. Beautiful morning. Destroyed. I look across the street. Margaret's house. A light turns on. Second floor. Bedroom window. She's watching. She's always watching. And she's not done yet. I don't sleep. Can't sleep. Sarah goes to work. Has to. Can't miss shifts. I call the county. Tax assessor's office. They can't discuss ongoing investigations. I call the HOA treasurer. She's sympathetic but helpless. The boot was placed before Margaret was removed. Technically, it's valid until we complete our review. How long will that take? Weeks. Maybe months. I hang up. Sit at my desk. Stare at the computer. The lawsuit papers are still here. Boot on the car. Investigation ongoing. Margaret removed, but not defeated. She's still fighting. Still attacking. Still destroying us. I need leverage. Real leverage. Something that ends this permanently. I go back to the property records. Margaret's LLC. Lakeview Properties, Inc. 6 homes. All bought from people she harassed. I cross-reference the purchase dates. Compare them to violation records. Public HOA meeting minutes. There's a pattern. Clear pattern. Margaret files violations. Harassment begins. Escalates over 6 to 8 months. Homeowners sell. Margaret's LLC buys within 30 days. Always below market value. $50,000 to $100,000 below. She's not just abusing power. She's running a systematic scheme. Real estate fraud. Racketeering. But there's something else. I pull up the LLC registration. Business license. Tax ID. Filed 3 years ago. Business address listed. It's not Margaret's home. It's a P.O. box. That's weird. Corporations need physical addresses. I dig deeper. Secretary of State Business Records. LLC ownership documents. Margaret Collins. Listed as managing member. But there's a second name. Silent partner. Robert Chun. I searched the name. Nothing in our community. Not a resident. I try broader searches. LinkedIn. Facebook. Public records. Nothing. Ghost. Fake name maybe. Then I find it. Marriage records. Margaret Collins married Robert Chun 15 years ago. Never divorced. Still married. But nobody's ever seen him. He's not listed on the deed to her house. Not on any utility bills. Doesn't exist in this community. Why? I search international records. Employment databases. Immigration records. Robert Chun. Works overseas. Singapore. Banking executive. Been there for 12 years. Never returns to the U.S. Tax records. That's when I see it. Margaret files joint tax returns. With Robert. Claims married filing jointly. Gets tax benefits. But also claims head of household. On the LLC properties. You can't do both. Can't be married filing jointly and head of household. That's fraud. Multiple frauds. Primary residence fraud. Tax filing fraud. LLC structure fraud. It's not just one crime. It's dozens. Years of systematic fraud. My hands are shaking. This isn't HOA abuse anymore. This is federal. IRS territory. Criminal prosecution. Prison time. I screenshot everything. Property records. Tax returns. Public filings. Marriage certificates. LLC documents. Build a complete file. Organized. Chronological. Irrefutable. Then I create another anonymous email. This time to the IRS. Criminal Investigation Division. I attach everything. Write a detailed summary. Timeline. Evidence references. Paper trail. Click send. My heart is pounding. I just escalated this beyond Margaret's control. Beyond local jurisdiction. Federal agencies don't negotiate. Don't settle quietly. They prosecute. My phone rings. Sarah. David, I got a call. From Margaret's lawyer. My stomach tightens. What did they say? They're dropping the lawsuit. Effective immediately. No explanation. Just done. I exhale. That's good news. Is it? Or is she planning something worse? I look out the window. Margaret's house. Curtains closed. No movement. I don't know, but I just sent everything to the IRS. Tax fraud. Federal charges. If they investigate, she's done. Completely done. Sarah's quiet. How long until they respond? I don't know. Could be weeks. Months. Federal agencies move slow. And until then, we wait. We survive. We don't give up. We hang up. I sit there, staring at the screen. Confirmation email from the IRS. Your submission has been received. Case number assigned. Investigation pending. It's real. It's happening. Margaret Collins is about to face consequences. Real consequences. Not HOA politics. Not neighborhood drama. Federal prison. I should feel victorious. But I don't. I feel tired. So tired. I look outside. The Porsche. Still booted. Still trapped. Like us. Waiting for freedom. Waiting for justice. Waiting for this nightmare to end. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. Text message. You're going to pay for this. I promise. Margaret. She knows. Somehow she knows. And she's not surrendering. She's preparing for war. Total war. For days of silence. No Margaret. No movement. Her house stays dark. Car in the driveway. Never moves. It's unnerving. The quiet. The waiting. Sarah's on edge. Jumping at every sound. Checking the windows constantly. She's planning something. Sarah whispers one night. We're in bed. Can't sleep. I know. What do we do? Nothing. We wait. The IRS will move eventually. What if she does something before then? I don't have an answer. Because I'm thinking the same thing. Tuesday morning. 3 a.m. I wake up to noise. Diesel engine. Metal scraping. Grinding. My eyes snap open. Sarah's already sitting up. What is that? I run to the window. Look outside. There's a truck. Our driveway. 2 men. They're not just checking the boot. They're loading the car. Onto a flatbed. The entire Porsche. Being towed. Boot and all. I'm outside in my pajamas. Bare feet. Cold night air. Stop. You can't do this. The men don't stop. Keep working. Chains. Winch. Professional. Fast. We have authorization, one says. Doesn't look at me. Vehicle confiscation. Unpaid fines. Being held and impounded until payment received. The HOA president was removed. This is illegal. Work order is dated before her removal. Still valid. Sarah's outside now. In her robe. Bare feet like me. She sees her car. On the truck. Being taken. She doesn't cry. Doesn't scream. Just stands there. Watching. Where are you taking it? I ask. Lakeside impound. You want it back? Pay the fines. $6,000 plus storage. $50 per day. They finish loading. Secure the chains. Get in the truck. Start pulling away. Sarah's pink Porsche. Her dream. Her reward. Disappearing down our street. Taillights fading. Gone. Sarah sits on the porch steps. Head in hands. Dawn is breaking. Sky turning pink. Mountains emerging from darkness. Birds starting to sing. Beautiful morning. Absolute nightmare. I sit beside her. Put my arm around her shoulders. She's shaking. Not from cold. From rage. She took it, Sarah whispers. I'll get it back. How? We don't have $6,000. Even if we did, she'll just do something else. Another violation. Another fine. Another attack. She'll never stop. The investigation could take months. Sarah's voice breaks. We can't live like this. Constantly afraid. Constantly under attack. David, I can't do this anymore. She stands up. Goes inside. I hear her crying. Real crying. Deep sobs. Broken. I sit on the porch. Alone. Watching the sun rise. The street is quiet. Peaceful. Everyone else is sleeping. Living normal lives. We're the only ones suffering. I look at Margaret's house. Light on upstairs. She's awake. Watching. Always watching. My phone is in my hand. I pull up the impound lot address. Lakeside impound. 20 minutes away. I go inside. Get dressed. Sarah's in bed. Face in the pillow. I'm going to the impound lot. I say. She doesn't respond. I drive there. Empty roads. Early morning. Mountains dark against pink sky. The impound lot is surrounded by chain link fence. Razor wire on top. Guard shack at the entrance. I park. Walk up. The guard is reading a magazine. Looks up. Help you. My car was just brought here. Pink Porsche. I need to get it back. He types on a computer. Anderson. Yes. $6,000 in fines. Plus $50 per day storage. Today's day one. So $6,050 total. I don't have that. He shrugs. Can't release it without payment. Can I at least see it? No access without payment or court order. This is a legal seizure. The HOA president who authorized this was removed for fraud. Take it up with the courts, buddy. I just store vehicles. I drive home. Defeated. Destroyed. Sarah's in the kitchen. Coffee in hand. Eyes red. Swollen. Well, $6,050. We can't get it without paying. She nods. Expected it. I called in sick, she says. First time in 3 years. I can't go to work. Can't focus. Can't function. I sit down. Put my head in my hands. We're losing. Margaret's winning. Breaking us. Exactly like she planned. My phone buzzes. Email notification. I check it. County Tax Assessor's Office. Subject, Investigation Update, Margaret Collins. My heart races. I open it. Mr. Anderson, thank you for your detailed submission. Our investigation has concluded. Margaret Collins has been charged with 6 counts of tax fraud. Total penalties, $80,000 plus interest. Criminal charges have been referred to the district attorney. We've also notified the IRS of federal violations. Properties claimed under fraudulent exemptions are being reassessed. Expect updates within 30 days. Thank you for your civic duty. I read it 3 times. Show Sarah. Her hands shake holding the phone. They're charging her? Yes. Tax fraud. Federal charges coming too. What about our car? I don't know. But if her LLC was built on fraud, those property seizures might be reversed, including violations she issued. Might be. Might. David, we need certainty. We need our car back. We need this to end. She's right. But I don't know what else to do. We've reported everything. Exposed everything. And we're still suffering. Still trapped. Still losing. My phone rings. Unknown number. I answer. Mr. Anderson? This is Detective Morrison. County Sheriff's Office. I need to speak with you about Margaret Collins. Can you come to the station? When? Now would be good. The sheriff's station smells like coffee and paper. Fluorescent lights. Linoleum floors. Detective Morrison is mid-40s. Gray hair. Tired eyes. He gestures to a chair. I sit. Thanks for coming in, he says. I'm investigating Margaret Collins. Multiple complaints. Harassment. Fraud. Abuse of authority. Your name came up several times. I reported her to the county. Tax fraud. I know. That's why I called. Your evidence was thorough. Very thorough. It opened several other investigations. He pulls out a file. Thick file. Opens it. Margaret Collins has been running a real estate scheme for 12 years. Not just HOA abuse. Criminal enterprise. She targets homeowners. Manufactures violations. Creates hostile environments. Forces sales. Then purchases properties through her LLC at below-market prices. Resells them later for profit. I know. I documented 6 properties. There are 14. My stomach drops. 14. 14 families. Driven out. Properties stolen. She's made over $2 million. This isn't HOA politics anymore, Mr. Anderson. This is organized fraud. Racketeering. We're building a criminal case. How long will that take? Months. Maybe a year. These cases are complex. My wife's car is an impound. Because of fake fines Margaret created. We can't afford to get it back. We can't wait months. Morrison leans back. Studies me. What if I told you we could accelerate things? If you help us. Help how? Margaret's smart. Careful. She covers her tracks. But she's also arrogant. She thinks she's untouchable. If you could get her to talk. Record her admitting to the scheme. We could move immediately. You want me to wear a wire? Not exactly. Just have a conversation. Record it on your phone. Get her to explain her process. Why she targets people. How she justifies it. Anything incriminating. I think about Sarah. Crying in our bed. Her car stolen. Her dream destroyed. She won't talk to me. She hates me. That's exactly why she'll talk. She wants to gloat. Wants you to know she won. People like Margaret can't help themselves. They need to explain how clever they are. I sit there. Silent. Thinking. If I do this, can you get my wife's car back? If we get what we need, yes. I'll personally ensure the impound releases it. Fines waived. When? Today? This afternoon. Go home. She'll probably contact you. She can't resist. When she does, record everything. I drive home. Hands shaking on the wheel. This is dangerous. If Margaret finds out I'm recording, she could snap. Do something violent. But what choice do I have? I pull into my driveway. Empty space where Sarah's car should be. The absence is painful. I go inside. Sarah's on the couch, staring at nothing. Where were you? I tell her everything. The detective. The investigation. The recording plan. She listens. Face blank. Is it safe? I don't know. Will it work? I don't know. She nods. Do it. Whatever it takes. I want my car back. I want this over. We sit there. Waiting. 2 hours pass. Nothing. Then my phone rings. Unknown number. I answer. Put it on speaker. David. Margaret's voice. We need to talk. I have nothing to say to you. Oh, I think you do. I know you've been busy. Making calls. Sending emails. Trying to destroy me. You destroyed yourself. She laughs. Cold laugh. Meet me. Lake Park. 1 hour. Just you and me. Let's settle this. I'm not meeting you anywhere. Yes, you are. Because if you don't, I have one more surprise. Something that will hurt Sarah even more than losing her car. Trust me, David. You want to hear what I have to say. She hangs up. Sarah's face is white. What does she mean? What else can she do? I don't know. But I'm terrified to find out. I call Detective Morrison. Tell him. Perfect, he says. Go. Record everything. We'll have units nearby. You'll be safe. 1 hour later, I'm at the lake park. Green grass. Tall trees. Water sparkling. Mountains in the distance. Beautiful. Peaceful. Wrong setting for what's about to happen. Margaret's already there. Sitting on a bench. Taupe pantsuit. Beige blazer. She looks calm. Confident. I sit down. Phone in my pocket. Recording. What do you want, Margaret? She smiles. I want you to understand something, David. I built this community. I made it perfect. Beautiful. Valuable. And I've profited from that. Rightfully. You've stolen from people. I've acquired properties legally. Through voluntary sales. After harassing people into leaving. I simply enforced standards. If people couldn't handle that, they weren't right for Lake Haven. You targeted them. Created fake violations. I maintained order. Her voice hardens. This place would be chaos without me. Bright pink cars. Boats in driveways. Garbage everywhere. I prevented that. You committed fraud. Tax fraud. Real estate fraud. Federal crimes. She laughs. You think reporting me changes anything? You think some county bureaucrats scare me? I have lawyers. Resources. Connections. This investigation will disappear, just like all the others. There were others? 3 times. 3 investigations over 12 years. All went away. All I had to do was make some calls. Pay some fines. Done. This will be the same. Not this time. Yes, this time. She leans closer. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to withdraw your complaints. All of them. You're going to sell me your house. Below market. Just like the others. And you're going to leave Lake Haven. Never. Then Sarah loses more than her car. I still have friends on the board. Friends in the county office. I can make your life unlivable. Every day, new violations. New fines. New attacks. You'll be bankrupt within 6 months. And I'll still get your house. Just cheaper. My hands are clenched. You're insane. I'm successful. There's a difference. She stands. Think about it, David. You have 48 hours. Then things get much worse. She walks away. I sit there. Shaking. Phone still recording. Got it all. Every word. Every admission. Every threat. I call Morrison. I got it. Everything. Perfect. Come to the station. Now. The recording plays in Detective Morrison's office. Margaret's voice. Clear. Confident. Admitting everything. Morrison's partner listens. District attorney on speakerphone. They play it twice. That's enough, the DA says. Obtain an arrest warrant. Fraud. Extortion. Criminal threats. Let's move today. 2 hours later, I'm watching from my window. 3 police cars pull up. Margaret's house. Lights flashing. Silent. No sirens. Neighbors coming outside. Watching. Detective Morrison walks to Margaret's door. Knocks. Waits. Margaret opens it. Her face changes. Shock. Fear. Rage. Morrison shows her paperwork. Talks. She's shaking her head. Arguing. Then he puts handcuffs on her. Margaret Collins. HOA president. Real estate fraudster. In handcuffs. Being walked to a police car. Neighbors are recording on phones. Talking. Pointing. Margaret's face is red. Tears streaming. Makeup running. She looks at my house. Sees me in the window. Our eyes meet. Pure hatred. Then she's in the car. Door closes. They drive away. Sarah comes home an hour later. I'm on the porch. Waiting. Is it true? She asks. They arrested her. Fraud. Extortion. Federal charges pending. Sarah sits down. Doesn't say anything. Just sits. Morrison called. I continue. The impound is releasing your car tomorrow. No charges. Fines waived. They're investigating all of Margaret's violations. Anyone she targeted gets refunds. Sarah looks at me. Eyes full of tears. But not sad tears. Relief tears. It's really over? The investigation will take months. Trial next year probably. But she can't hurt us anymore. She's out on bail, but banned from contacting us. Restraining order. What about the house? Her wanting to buy it. That's done. Her LLC is being dissolved. Properties seized pending investigation. She's probably going to prison, Sarah. My wife starts crying. Real crying. But she's smiling too. Laughing and crying. We did it. You did it. You didn't give up. Didn't let her break you. The next day, we drive to the impound lot. Morning sun. Clear sky. Mountains green and sharp. The guard sees us coming. Checks his computer. Anderson. Yeah, you're cleared. No charges. He opens the gate. There it is. Sarah's Porsche. Pink and perfect. Sitting in the sun. Boot removed. Cleaned. Washed. Like nothing happened. Sarah walks to it slowly. Runs her hand along the hood. Opens the door. Sits inside. Grips the steering wheel. Closes her eyes. I stand back. Give her this moment. She starts the engine. Revs it. Smiles. Real smile. First time in months. We drive home together. Windows down. Music playing. Her car. Her freedom. Her victory. When we pull onto our street, people are outside. Tom. The older couple. Other neighbors. They're clapping. Actually clapping. Sarah parks in our driveway. Gets out. People surround her. Hugging. Congratulating. You saved us, someone says. Thank you for being brave, another adds. Tom shakes my hand. Margaret's house went up for sale this morning. Bank seizure. She's ruined. I look across the street. The house. Empty. Dark. For sale sign. Margaret's reign is over. That night, Sarah and I sit on the porch. Sunset. Pink and orange sky. Mountains silhouetted. Lake calm and reflecting light. Perfect evening. I'm glad we fought, Sarah says. Me too. Think anyone else will try this? Another Margaret? Maybe. But now people know. They know they can fight back. They know bullies can lose. She leans against me. We watch the sun disappear. Stars coming out. First peaceful night in months. Our home. Our street. Our victory. 3 months pass. Spring arrives. The mountains explode with green. Wildflowers. Trees budding. Lake full and sparkling. Life returns. Margaret's house sold. Young couple bought it. Jake and Emma. Early 30s. First home. They wave when they see us. Friendly. Normal. No binders. No measurements. No violations. Just neighbors. The community is different now. Tom became HOA president. First thing he did was abolish 75 ridiculous rules. Grass height. Gone. Vehicle color restrictions. Gone. Decorative gnome prohibitions. Gone. He refunded $47,000 in fines to 18 different families. People Margaret victimized over the years. Some cried when they got the checks. Not because of the money. Because someone finally acknowledged what happened to them. Margaret's trial is scheduled for September. 12 counts. Tax fraud. Real estate fraud. Extortion. Racketeering. Her lawyers tried to get charges dropped. Failed. DA has recordings. Documents. Testimonies from 14 families. Pattern of abuse spanning 12 years. She's facing 10 years minimum. Her husband Robert flew in from Singapore. Filed for divorce immediately. Froze joint accounts. Sold the LLC properties. Took his half. Left her with nothing. Karma. I'm on the porch. Saturday morning. Coffee in hand. Birds singing. Sun warm. Mountain air clean and fresh. Sarah comes out. Sits beside me. She's in workout clothes. About to go for a run. She does that now. Runs around the lake. Top down in the Porsche. Music loud. Free. I'm thinking we should host a barbecue, she says. Invite the whole street. Celebrate. Celebrate what? Surviving. Fighting. Winning. Being human. I smile. That's a good idea. She kisses my forehead. Goes for her run. I watch her drive away. Pink car. Candy pink. Gleaming in the sun. No shame. No fear. Just joy. Tom walks over. 2 coffees in hand. Gives me one. Morning, David. Morning. He sits. We look at the lake. Boats on the water. Kids playing. Dogs running. You know what I realized? Tom says. Margaret had power because we gave it to her. We were all scared. All compliant. The moment one person stood up, her power evaporated. Wasn't just me. Was everyone. But you started it. You didn't back down. We sit in silence. Comfortable silence. The kind you can only have after shared trauma. Shared victory. A car pulls up. Across the street. Jake and Emma. The new neighbors. They're unloading boxes. Still moving in. Emma waves. Hey David. We're having a housewarming next week. You and Sarah should come. We'll be there. They disappear inside. Young. Optimistic. Starting their life in Lake Haven. They don't know the full story yet. But they will. And they'll know they moved into a community that fought back. That didn't surrender. That chose courage over fear. My phone buzzes. Email. County Clerk's Office. Subject, Property Restoration, Anderson versus Collins. I open it. Dear Mr. Anderson, all violations issued by Margaret Collins against your property have been permanently dismissed. All fines refunded. Your property record has been cleared. Additionally, the HOA board has issued a formal apology. Thank you for your courage in exposing systemic fraud. I show Sarah when she gets back. She reads it. Smiles. We're really free now. We're really free. That evening, we sit on the dock. Feet dangling over the water. Sunset painting the sky. Purple and gold. Mountains dark and majestic. Other families on the dock too. Talking. Laughing. Living. No fear. No walking on eggshells. Just community. Real community. You think she regrets it? Sarah asks. Margaret, you think she regrets what she did? I don't know. Narcissists rarely do. I almost feel bad for her. Almost. Don't. She made choices. Hurt people deliberately. She earned what happened. Sarah nods. You're right. I wonder what made her that way. What happened to make someone so cruel? Does it matter? Maybe not. But I hope I never become that. So focused on control that I forget about people. I take her hand. You won't. You're not built that way. We watch the sun disappear. Stars emerging. One by one. Filling the sky. This is what we fought for. Not just a pink car. Not just our house. But this moment. This peace. This freedom to exist without fear. The ability to be happy without permission. To to be ourselves without constant judgment, to build a life without a bully destroying it. That's what victory looks like. Not revenge, not punishment, just peace. Simple peace. And the knowledge that we stood our ground, that we didn't surrender, that we fought for what was right, even when it was hard, even when it was scary, even when everyone else was too afraid. We chose courage, and that made all the difference. If you've watched this far, thank you. Really, thank you for letting me share our story. If this happened to you, or someone you know, I want you to understand something important. Bullies only have power if you give it to them. HOAs can be corrupted, but they can also be fixed. Systems that protect bad people only work when good people stay silent. The moment you speak up, everything changes. It won't be easy. It might cost you sleep, money, and peace of mind. But your dignity is worth fighting for. Your happiness is worth protecting. Your home is worth defending. Don't let anyone take that from you. Stand up. Document everything. Find allies. Expose corruption. And never, ever surrender to fear. We won because we refused to quit. You can too. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. I want to know this message is reaching people who need to hear it. Share your story if you've faced something similar. Let's build a community of people who refuse to be victims, who choose courage, who fight back, because that's how we change things. One story at a time, one stand at a time, one victory at a time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching until the end. And remember, your pink Porsche, whatever that means for you, is worth fighting for. Never let anyone tell you different.